Yep. And I think that means we're live. It says I'm live there. Chat is there. Okay, are we actually live? Oh, yep, that looks like we're live. Hello there. So, back for another bit of Sorin's journey in Final Fantasy. And I'm starting kind of on time. I know normally I do, I had been starting at 10, I think. I haven't really actually been paying too much attention to when I've been starting. I think it was 10. So, 9 or 10. I'll probably start doing it more often at 9, because I have a proper job now, and I don't want to keep myself up too late. So, anyway, last we left off, we had just cleared the Sastasha Seagrot, and received information from Badron that the Adventurers Guild in Gridania is looking for someone to help out with something. So, Sorin's accepted that request, but first of all, I think we should... Sorin's learned enough that, you know, should probably pay a visit to the Arcanists Guild. Most of them, I didn't quite leave myself enough time. I've got all of Ul'dah attuned. I did that just off-stream quickly, and some of Gridania. I really should have done the other way around, considering Gridania is the first place I'll be going to. Just hide the chat window. Don't have that distraction. Arcanist skills. Okay. As for what I think I'm ready for more instruction. Acting Guildmaster Furbeheim appears unusually distressed. Greetings, Sorin. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Killia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have always been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we've always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. Were the Guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts of nary a moment's concentration. I found myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanum are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Killia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Of course, ma'am. I wonder if it's to do with what happened on that boat. Still don't know what her connection to that pirate is, but... Hawker's Alley. Definitely did seem to upset her. Excuse me, have you seen a lady called Killia? You seek a Mikote agent of Maelvin's Gate? Why, yes, I've seen her. Spoke of her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. That's a problem. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Quicurn smuggling ring based in Ailport. But then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Grenade of the Coral Tower. I probably should do that. It's the Marauders Guild. Excuse me, Grenade, ma'am? I'm looking for Foreseer Killia? Foreseer Killia? Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dos Maga. A member of the Arcanists Guild, are you? Did I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse? Perhaps you're already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Oh. A few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dos Maga. It's been 6 years now since he was exiled from the limbs of Minsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of Forsythia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least, that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forsythia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Hopefully that's the case. She doesn't seem like the type to run off on her own. Arcanist skill. Then again, she didn't seem quite herself when she did meet those Maga. Miss Fergheim? Ilya hasn't happened to have returned here, has she? Back already? You were led to believe she had returned here. I am afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with those Maga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Those Maga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among those prisoners was the young Mikoto, destined for some black market auction block. Oh. Though Killia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful days with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course! Did you not mention that Killia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? It was indeed. There are rumours of a Kukuran merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now he gloats over his salting crust catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Foreseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Kukuran salvage net. I have no doubt now that Killia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Sorin. That's where we will find our wayward assessor. She's just going to find her book. That's... oh. Not as dangerous as going after the pirate himself. Slaver, even. I think it is still cheaper to take the ferry to Aleport. Hello there, Mr. Uranesu. I would like to purchase passage to Aleport. This ferry is bound for Aleport. Are you riding with us? I am indeed. Western Lanoska. The question is, where in Aleport might she be? Last time I was here, it was to help with Sastasha Seagrot. I don't think she'd have gone that far. Of course, the docks where we last set off for the Morning Star. Miss Killia? Yes, Combat Pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Sorin, it's good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you had pieced together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. Are you okay, Miss Killia? But there's good news. This prisoner here is kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jettison's cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Leminson law and the policies of Malvin's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection. But alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one of them, Sorin. Despite the nature of this endeavour, Mistress Fergheim has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oshkon's embrace. That is where we shall ambush this disreputable quicker. You sure you're okay there? She seems back to her usual self, at least. Oshkon's embrace. That's the bridge north of... Hello there. Well, might as well help out a fellow alchemist. There you go, my friend. Maybe the ferry can take me closer. A little cheaper. So that is the bridge. Might actually be quicker going to Lenoska and using the Aethernet network to get to the bridge. I will see if the ferry can take me anywhere else. Excuse me, sir. Yes, Candlekeep Quay. This ferry is bound for Candlekeep Quay. Will you be traveling with us? I will indeed, sir. Here we are. So let's go down here. Crowds. Last time I was here was doing all that kidnapping business. Oh, I haven't summoned Carbuncle. Get out here, Carby. Yeah. Don't be trying to get in fights without you. Steer clear of the jackals. Actually, I think I'm high enough level. I think I'm strong enough that I don't need to worry about them attacking me. Here we are, Oshkon's embrace. Mr. Sferbigheim should be around here somewhere. There she is. Mrs. Ferbergheim. Hear about Kilia's plan? Greetings, Sorin. Your arrival completes our small company. You're equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Kilia's arrival. Once the Quickern appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pince maneuver was, naturally, the Forsair's idea. As for the target himself, the Quickern is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue so as to avoid attracting attention. But do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance, and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter. But they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kilia's sake. In any case, the Forsair's tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Quickern to arrive. Into battle again, Carby. Let's get Miss Kilia's book back. Said small retinue, that's fair few. see what we can do. Let's deal with the archers first. Oh, I stole our engagement. I should have imagined it would be you two joining us. Kobolds. Oh, a healer. Oh, that was easier than I imagined. Ruby time. Looks like he's the last one. And you're looking a little hurt over there. Need some help? Is that another healer they have? Oh! What happened? So I think I accidentally hit the Windows key. Don't seem to have any keyboards this time. Oh, not physics. Wrong button. Okay. Is that all of them? It appears to be lost from that point. Of course, there's Grimoire. Yeah, it looks familiar. I found a book. Has Miss Killia arrived yet? There she is. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Sorin, pray hand over the tome. I believe this is your grimoire? It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. It did fall into the sea for a while, didn't it? Never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Miss Killia. Leave her be. But how can I? He is right, Estufa. You must allow Killia time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Sorin. It is time we return to the guild as well. There isn't much we can do, is there? Are you two going to be okay? But we'll clean up here, and no one will even suspect a fight took place. Please, take care of Forcer Killia. I will do my best. Return to Limsa. To the artist skill. Miss Sorin, has Miss Killia returned? Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Killia beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon. But in the meantime, you would be served well to deepen your knowledge of Arcanum. I will continue my studies. I believe that's the best option I have right now. Yeah, it looks like the best upgrade. Suppose until I hear word back, I might as well make my way to Gridania. The airship landing. Oh, hello, Mooney. How are things? Oh, I would like to seek passage to Gridania. That's good. Good is good. Oh. Off to find out what it was the Adventurers Guild needed from me. Wait. Did I do something stupid? I think I might have done. Oh, tired. Yeah. Well, at least that means the chores are done. Though I think I might have just done a dumb and forgotten to action. So on the agenda for Sorin, we just finished. He just finished the level 20 Organist quest. I did do a dumb. Sorry, excuse me, that else. Did I return to Limsa? Yeah, so we just finished the level 20 Arcanist quest. The one where you go to retrieve Killia's grimoire from the Black Marketeer. And now we were about to head to Gridania to find out what this request that the Adventurers Guild there wants us to do. But I forgot you actually need to talk to Baderon first to start that quest. So that was a waste of about 240 gil. Where am I going? Mr. Baderon? About that request from Gridania. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for adventurers to survive to Bethlem and Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Okay. Can I return to the airship landing? Again, please. Yes, it was a bit of a depressing quest to start the stream with. Hello, Lefo. I know it wasn't too long ago I was here before, but can I travel back to Gridania? Yes, the Tantara. Which I already know isn't going to get any happier for Sorin. Excuse me, Mione? Mione? Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope you're the adventurer Badron sent word about? You are! Matron be praised! Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. I came here for this mission, so I'm as ready as ever. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our needs grow ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward. And good evening to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honour us with a visit. And the good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gilmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lamps of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You can, of course, sir. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Thank you, ma'am. Mamma mia. So, the central shroud is that gate to the south. While I'm here, though, I believe I still have a slot for a favoured destination. And given for a while Gridania is quite possibly somewhere I'll be returning to with some regularity, I might want to register it as favoured. Off we go. To the Tamtara Deepcroft. The Central Shroud. Mapping the road. Hello. That's a dead squirrel. I wonder if someday I'll be able to bring more... let my mum see this place. The forest this large would definitely be something she'd enjoy. I suppose it'll have to wait until Petal grows up. Can't really travel far at the minute. So, maybe we avoid the dire might. I believe if I just follow the path south, they said. An Aphorite. That's probably worth attuning to while I'm here. That little farm. Definitely feels calmer here than the farms at Summerford. Won't stay for long. Suppose I should register my name for the Chocobo Keep, just in case. Never know when it might be helpful. And continue on south. Quite another starless night. Doesn't make me feel particularly confident about setting foot underground again. Now I think about it. Underground burial site filled with cultists isn't... Maybe I shouldn't think too much about where I'm going. Are you two alright there? Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Alian found, my adventures may well have ended in this forbidding place. Always look before you leap. In my haste, this most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here a while. What? And you, ma'am? Are you alright? I shudder to think what might have happened to Iselda if had I not fought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything, it has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep and there won't be any. You three were in Limsa. Thank you again for encouraging me, then. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I am no true adventurer. If you say so, sir. I'm not really here for competition. Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. Think of our goal, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it will all be worth it. Skeletons. This is just the front door. Not looking forward to what lies inside. Are you from the God's Quiver? You're Sorin Sherwood, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the sick Astral era. The cultists took the Lesserman Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Saviour, and it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania, and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. I will do so. If they're that committed, I guess there's no real other recourse. I'm sure the God's Quiver have already tried diplomacy. Skeleton sounds right. Yeah. I was spoiled by having Bard, well, Archer, be my first class when I first started playing Final Fantasy. I was just used to always having Peloton. Here we are. With us going in groups of 4, Why couldn't I just have joined Doris Bear? Could have worked together rather than competing. Oh, start. Inik Kvar. These the cultists then? Zombies. They don't look particularly healthy at any rate. Oh, I suppose that one's dead, which is kind of a definition of not healthy. Moving on. Bugs. Right, the enemies I was expecting. I suppose in crypts like this, you have to deal with all sorts. I do hope wandering into crypts doesn't become a habit. Bugs. Oh, what a cultist. No pass carbon. And onwards. Again, more bugs. Ruby carbuncle. Missile. More cultists. Oh, and they're on me. We ran too far ahead. Crouch. Stir. That's 2 more down. A little closer. The objective was just to clear the place out. Those finding out what they're doing in here isn't a bad objective either. Oh, never mind. Oh, sorry, you just wasted your power. That looks like something going on. Shall we deal with that? Destructive, right. We there. Oh, that doesn't look ominous at all. That's a beam. It's soul cleaver. Rather tough than a lot of other enemies I've fought. Can you... Okay, so if we break these orbs, we can stop whatever they're doing, right? That's how it works, I think. The orbs look important regardless. They didn't seem interested in letting us break them. It's must be really my health. My crystals off. Bugs. Bigger bugs they're stealing. Another focused zombie. I'm still unsure. Am I killing people or am I killing dead people? Focused zombie, one of the two. Magic user this time. Go for him, Kirby. And we press him. Or bugs. These protocols brought in, they just part of the natural wildlife. I cannot imagine it being easy to inter people if this is what you have to deal with to get there. Which one are we attacking? I guess so. Have a room clear. Or these imps. Let's go. We've only two of the last one. This guy's either a more senior priest or they're onto us, so they're trying to shore up their defenses. Which I suppose would be a sign that we're doing the right thing by attacking the orbs. So, there's their big deal again. These are the kinds of creatures they're able to come on to spawn them in snipers. I dread to think what they might be doing with that big orb. Let's go, Kirby! Smash this one as well. Well, we've destroyed half of their support, so we're halfway there, I guess. And it's just finding anyone else left in these ruins. Here we go. Never. I'm going to assume they're zombies. It's a little easier to kill zombies than people, I think. But if they are zombies, they might be the corpses of innocent people. I will maybe just do my best not to think too much about it. The adventurers have a duty to protect the living. And the whole of Gridania might be in danger if these cultists succeed at what they're doing. Or bugs. I get the feeling the Undertakers probably aren't paid enough to do whatever work they need to do in here. The wildlife certainly isn't friendly. They're cultists. I think I'll assume they're cultists. Not comfortable, not entirely comfortable with either option, but these are the ones I'm here to fight. Wave clear. More box. Scions. There's the last two orbs, so they've got a barrier up and even more imps on the other side. I think they're definitely getting concerned about what we're doing. Means we're probably doing the right thing. There must be some way to deal with it. Ah, it looks similar to the orbs. Maybe it's a way to get through. And protecting it, so it's important regardless. This looks like a dead end as well, so once we clear out here, looks like those two priests are the only ones left. He perhaps got nothing better to go on. It worked. My marauder friend, if you could gather those enemies together, just like that, I think I can speed this up for us. Just like that. Aim for charge. One more deal. And that's the problem we've got here solved, right? Holy, I don't see any more orcs. This. Oh. Maybe we weren't in time. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? He's not a pretty one. I'm here for children. Be dressed. Guess we should deal with that while we're here. Would you like to, my friend? There we go. That looks like a problem. It's definitely a little tougher than his friends. Should maybe help out with these guys. There's a lot of them. Just really run on that one. Just back up. That's just him again. Oh. Carbuncle, get out! Our friends. Brother friend, I'm gonna trust you to survive. We can deal with the boss first. I think you've got this. There we go. So that's dead. Right. We did it! I'm sure Loon will be pleased to hear that. What stuff? That's not particularly helpful to me. Yes, let's do that. I am so close to getting another level. I just realized. My experience bar down there, I can't even see. 102 experience off a level up. That will be the next Arcanist quest as well. Suppose I should return to Gridania. It's not. It's only 55 to teleport. I will do that. I've got a bit of... I've saved up a little bit of money now. There we go. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this adventuring thing. I can report that the Town Tower Deepcroft is now safe. I hope. There were a couple of rooms that we passed by, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Pardon me, Ole? Welcome back, Sorin. I'm reliably informed that your foray into Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Vaderon's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you're to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Thank you, ma'am. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. The times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. Oops. Those three were at Sastasha. Avir's gone, and it's your fault! If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. What the hell's of this pathetic excuse for a party? I'm leaving. And it'll be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. The cruel as this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone. Please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please, forgive me. Is she going to be okay? Scenes like that have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I wouldn't trust you with another. With all due respect, ma'am, after seeing that, I'm not sure if... But I suppose if I can do it, it means someone else is less likely to die. Very well. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Okay, ma'am. I've been going about this a bit lackadaisically, haven't I? People do die doing what I'm trying to do. Oh. Welcome to the Caroline Gallery, a place of respite for which. I meant to accept the quest, not just... So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. Oh. I think my internet kind of cut out completely for a sec there. Give me a sec to check stuff. Did the stream die just there? We're still going? I think we're good. I just got like a dozen Steam notifications for like friends are playing other games like pop up all at once, but it was like the same friend just... Okay, just check YouTube again. Live stream, nope. It says excellent connection. It seems to be moving along okay. I think we're okay. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Mimodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Sorin, and good luck. Thank you, ma'am. I fear I may need it. I seek passage to Ul'dah. It's a scene that's not going to leave me anytime soon. I hope things get better for that party, even if they do. Even if they aren't a party anymore. Excuse me, Mr. Nanahomi, I believe I need to go to the Ruby Road Exchange? Yes, Ul'dah. Making the rounds of the Free City-States. Quicksand. It was Miss Mimodi. Miss Mimodi, I'm an adventurer from, I suppose I'm from Limser, but I've just come from, oh, oops, skipped the message. I judge by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. You called Sorin Sherwood by any chance? Mione sent word you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer at the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Of course. All business. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Oh, it's almighty! Another second under that sun, I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Babashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Babashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sword. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Sorin of his mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatonchires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced a suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatonchires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatonchires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, To think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbelt so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task for which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Yes, sir. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Fanlan. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina & Sons is presently at the Quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. I will do that, Mr. Harpashan. We're supposed to be the hero? Yeah, this one does feel even more... I'm not entirely sure about this. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So, you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with him. 'Cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hekaton shares have left the place in a right state, nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the Second Old Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have fought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly have been survived under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swig of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to halt for want of aught to build with. The stone courtiers are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. And one of them will be able to show you the way in. I hope the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Out of character. I'm kind of just realizing there's a little bit of like a few similarities in this like the Copperbell Mines story to the Dragon Song War. By which I mean, on one side you have long-lived creatures who are still seething over a crime committed lifetimes ago by their opponents, who are a completely different civilization now. I think. Was it still Ul'dah? I don't know my... Maybe it was still Ul'dah. How long ago was the whole Sildeb Belladia fiasco? Yeah, but like... a fight where on one side it's like the crimes happened yesterday, and on the other side it's generations ago. But anyway, Western Fanlan. I suppose I can just... Well, I won't say building supplies aren't needed. At the same time, these giants are as angry as they claim. That even after 3 centuries, there's no conversation, just fighting. Letting them prepare for an attack on the surface is... Once again, it's a problem we need to nip in the bud. I feel something suspicious is going on there, but I'm going to ignore it. I've heard enough about the black markets of Ul'dah that I'm not sure I want to get involved. Oh yeah, chocobo porters. I've never noticed those two Lalafell before, just... Yeah. I would have taken a chocobo porter if I ever remembered they actually existed. I kind of, unless they're right there in front of me, I kind of gloss over them. Because very quickly they become a little obsolete. Those two were at Tomtara. Hello there, are you feeling any better? I've been an adventurer for long years, and borne witness to many a pivotal moment in history. Though the times may have changed, the essence of our trade has not. Adventuring has ever been a quest for self-betterment through challenges freely faced, and ever shall remain so. As an adventurer becomes more experienced, he will naturally acquire a love of justice and an understanding of the spirit of self-sacrifice. Such experience cannot be measured in any tangible way, yet it most assuredly shapes who we are, grounded as it is in the decisions we have made on our journey, and their consequences, good or ill. I sense a light within you, young one, and it tells me that you are destined for greatness. Thank you, sir. I feel I've been hearing that a lot recently. Hello, again. We found Dolores Bear and his entire party dead. Oh. The giants were thorough in their work. Judging by their tracks, it would seem they tried to rush a horde of the creatures. I cannot say for sure what drove such an experienced crew like theirs to throw caution to the wind, but I do have my suspicions. We are all our own worst critics, and our desire to better us achievements could rob us of good sense. Thus do we become more given to recklessness. While it is important to have goals, one must not fixate upon them to the exclusion of all else. Do so, and one will surely pay the price, as Dolores Bear and his comrades did this day. Oh. Maybe if I'd been here a little quicker. And I do this for them. There has been an incident inside Corbrel Mines. We are here to ensure its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? Oh, you're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatomb. Cheers. I didn't think the Papashan would fail to find someone so quickly. If at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. If it's all right with you, Captain, I will be entering immediately. I don't want to give it time for anyone else to die. I forgot how depressing the first 3 quests can be if you start talking to people. Well, not first 3 quests, first 3 dungeons. Let's do this. And be careful. I don't want you 3 ending up like the last party who attempted it. I still don't know if anyone got into. Let's go, Carbuncle. And get the key to me. Tiny key. Push further in. all here? Guys? The door is open. Even you, Carbuncle? Is this just a problem of trust? Will this work? Will this not leave me stranded alone? Oh, there we go. Okay, it does work. I was concerned there. Oh, God. Where's that from? I haven't seen any giants yet. Oh, I stand corrected. We have seen giants. Giant. Guess we can't follow that tunnel back to where they came from. Maybe we don't want to jump right into the heart of this thing in the first place. Making it slowly but surely. It's probably the best way. Oh, I just appreciate for a moment that the AI Marauder gets right there, the gap closer at level like 15. Whereas if you actually played Marauder and Warrior, you have to wait till like it's level 66 before you get your charge. Where's on? I just said we missed some of the fire sound, but I don't think I have. I think especially with the rework they did with crocodile mines, it's all kind of on the main path. There's normally someone that lift. Ruby. We're going down. Still only seeing that one giant. They're both far Sanders in this room now. This is actually only the second time I've seen quill mines since the update to it. Prodigy. Guys, you might want to stand back a little bit and let me access the device. Oh, well, there's another giant. I think this one's even more giant than the last one. Let's go for it. This room is so much better though than 3.6.1. Was bother me a little bit with trusts and pity support that while they're the NPCs can't evade and attack at the same time. Like if they're avoiding an AoE, they'll just stand doing nothing in like their safe spot. It's just over here by the ledge again. Oh, rocks at me. Thanks, Buster. Watch yourself, my marauder friend. Oh, that's 2 giants down. Another key. There's that. Here's that. That's actually something further left. No, I don't think. Fan of that hat. Might as well grab it. Free stuff. And down we go. Oh there. Goodbye. All alone. Oh, another blasting device in a powder chamber. We're hunting for fire sound again. Let's go. Blasting cap drops. There's 6 ounces. Just need another bag. There's another blasting cap. Should maybe drop some for us. We're wasting my pretty charges on. Excuse me, can I? You, sir? Water chamber. Fire sound set. And deeper into the mines. Some more fire sound. Just oh, shall we? This is the one bit of Copperbell, like the new one, that I'm not fussed as, like really fussed on. I liked the gimmick of the old fight. There are definitely ways it could have been improved. Like having the enemies who go after D-Bomb to be like stronger or more numerous. And maybe having the bomb have a little more health so it won't die as quickly if you do. You don't get Spriggans in time. There was just something that was interesting, I thought, different. I think I'm in the same spot. I see. Too fast. Outburst! I have an AoE that I cannot use. And, except I want to... I want Topaz Outburst to go there. In case, did I pick up the fire sound? I did. Yes. The blasting device is very close to the actual powder chamber. And... boom! These rocks look like the rocks that were in the tunnel that, Megaton Share came from. The first one we saw. I guess means we're close to their home. Yeah, I do get kind of like why they made the changes, and most of them like I'm 100% on board with. Like that, the first boss now in Copperbell, like that room needed to be changed because before it was so brain dead. I get it was kind of a cool, like meant to maybe that be a cool different kind of, oh it's a kind of a wave survival thing rather than one single enemy. But the enemies were so weak and there was so much time between the waves that that needed fixed. The Igris Air Battle, I always kind of enjoyed it. Having to lure one enemy to another and... It's that Simpsons meme, I just think it's neat. Upper area clear. Moving forward. Oh. Okay, enemies over there. I didn't see them. Are we fighting these ones? Was there at least just... The NPCs just get too close. Yes, other than the dungeon changes, which I've seen most of, I think. I know they changed Kodarak, which I've played through since the changes. I've played through the oh, hello. Meridianum, Praetorium, and Decumana. I haven't. I'm really looking forward to seeing the instances in the finale. I've avoided trying to see any spoilers about them, but I have heard that they're apparently really good now. La Habrea and Retalton, is it? Cape Westwind guy who's you meet for such a short time that I never got a chance to learn his name. Yeah, I heard someone talking about, apparently he's, in particular, it does so much for him, like, as a character, actually being able to have his fight, not just be a... Oh. Yes. Hello. You look like the big shot. Okay, that screen going white just reminded me that it's actually gotten dark. Now, like in real life. It's that time of year where, like, it's only now getting to sunset and it's 10:30. Right, are we ready, guys? I guess it's great. Also, this is another out-of-character comment, but, for the whole reason you come to Cortvale Mines being to, like, deal with a Hagatonshire threat, you only fight, like, 4 of them in the whole dungeon. There we go, Carbon. Ooh, more Endwalker foreshadowing. No, I'll probably get the Endwalker sometime. 2023 maybe. I guess I might as well limit break. There we go. A little bit of extra. Oop, okay, I've got my little safety corner. Okay. That looks like maybe one of their leaders dealt with. So, I guess mission complete. Hopefully that'll at least keep them quiet. I suppose we could be thankful there was a minimum of bloodshed. Alright, where'd that 100 stop? Guess a return to the quicksand in order is in order. Sorry, just the name. Gridania. Gridania. It's not Momody I need to report to, it is Painted Mesa. It's like I don't know if it makes much of a difference for you when you're on PlayStation. Or if I suppose it's not on Final Fantasy isn't on Xbox, is it? But using a controller, but that update they brought out where they like added the map to the Ethernet system is really nice on PC because you can just click on the map where you want to go. Oh yeah, this is this instance. Hello there, Painted Mesa. I believe the Copperbell mines are clear for work again, though I would suggest being very careful. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momody. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. I'll do that, sir. That sounds like a problem. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to brass blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in, whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. These are the people I was protecting. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. You'll stop there. And who the hell's are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. I'm not as soft as I once was. If it's a fight you want, I'll give it to you. I can't take any battle with the like the 1.x map theme music, seriously. Stop. I fucking realize I'm out of fast chargers. Which is that's the same track you get for the Call of the Novice tutorials. I guess I really have become stronger than I thought. I wasn't expecting to be quite such a pushover. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventure. Thank you, thrice over. This again. Is this the past again? Come on. I'd swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the Calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the Calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the Calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them. It truly does, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your dodo tenderloins! Guaranteed, cheapest in Fanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Sir, are you alright? Yes, fine. Just dozed off a little. It happens. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? No. Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. I saw it. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I just realised it's Yashtall. I thought it was I thought it was Thancred shows up. I'll overlook this, but just this once. God's bless the adventure. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. You're welcome, madam. I do need to find out what's causing all these visions. I was Admiral Merlweb mentioned something. Ever a selfless hero, I see. Miss Yashtala, it has been a wild adventure. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Sorry, it just occurred. I'm just wondering. I'm assuming Papalimo and Ida say something different, because I'm just imagining it wouldn't quite be accurate if when Seri had this conversation. Seri never struck me much as humble. I'm gonna be honest. You've displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. May I ask who we is? For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Thank you. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I am not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. You can? An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause. A cause which would greatly benefit from your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavours. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momedy. The Proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the 7th Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. I will do that. Hardly need time to think. If it's anything that can help me figure out what these visions are would be much appreciated. It's a little disconcerting blacking out like that. Can you call it blacking out if you're actually seeing something? Miss Momedy? Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tale of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Oh, Miss Momedy. Ah, Sorin, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventure. Gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever have guessed you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Mione said you'd be, Sorin. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. I recognized you. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. You have? My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring my Thames in Gridania with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. Oh... I remember. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer. And swore that he would be like you one day. I really don't deserve that much of a reputation. Oh, darn. I need to take my hand off my mouse. Click's too sensitive. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth, and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Sorin Sherwood. Sorin Sherwood. I shan't forget. Thank you, Sorin Sherwood. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. You too, Edda. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Well, it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I feel glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Sorin. I met... Oh. Science. Miss Yashtola told me to mention that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn wanted to talk to me, I think. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Never get into move in earnest, then. Listen, Sorin. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. I think I'm certain, Miss Mori. He apparently knows something about these visions. Maybe I shouldn't mention the visions. I think it would be good for me to at least meet with them. Found... Oh, no, I've clicked before the quest actually loaded in. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being an Ildan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Sorin. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Famalan. The place you're looking for is called Awakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Sorin, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as help. I hope you won't forget about them as helped make you into an adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Vesper Bay, Western Fanalan. I believe that I passed nearby Vesper Bay on my way to Copperbell. No, at Horizon. Vesper Bay is the one further up. Maybe again, I would rent a truck. Is this actually going to be quicker? I don't know. Probably not, because it sends you to this side of Central Famalan. No. What I'm about to do might be dumb, but none of the enemies here are high enough level to attack me. I'm fairly certain this isn't one of the games that dismounts you from taking fall damage. Perfectly fine. In retrospect, I probably should have taken the time to attune to the Horizon Aephorite while I was nearby. That's a thing. Do I dismount to attune to the Horizon Aephorite this time, or do I keep the Chocobo? Very quiet. Lighthouse in the fog. Is it because there's fog, or is there no nighttime music for this part of Famalan? I think I'm going to chin to it. I will forget otherwise. Wait, I had registered here? Okay. I did attune to that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Right. On to Vesper Bay. And then the Waking Sands. Hopefully it won't be too difficult to find. The sands. It kind of sounds like it might be a pub from the name. I suppose if it's a cover for a secret organization, a pub's as good a one as any. And you get all sorts there. No one would really bat an eye if you had suspicious people coming in and out. Maybe I should call them suspicious. I suppose if you belong to a secret organization, there's always going to be some people who are... Maybe I should just wait to see. The only person I think I know there is Nyashtola. Where it says on the map. Excuse me there. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above, to quench my thirst for you. It's far too deep of a voice for that. What? I would think you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Sorry, I'm Sorin Sherwood. I was told to... You're here at the behest of Yashtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Sorin Sherwood. Sorin Sherwood, Sorin Sherwood. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. My name is Tatri, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Below, you said? Hello there. You need not fear for something. Would I have reason to fear otherwise? Hello. Awful guards. Hello there. I take it you're Sorin Sherwood. Tadu sent word you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. I think any of these are for me. We'll take money.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
Oh, know any of these people. Oh, Miss Yashtola.
No doubt
This
you
is
are
here.
ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
A couple of times, yes.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
A couple of times, yes.
All these things are the manifestation. The echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events.
Okay.
For another blessing, the echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
It does seem a little inconvenient in that regard.
I too possess the echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals.
Having these visions.
So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
To find a way to deal with
the echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat.
Primals.
Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavours. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Oh, That was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you, I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another on a field. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. I might need a little time to think on this. Hello there. My name is Sorin. This place is called Awakened Sands, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. Hello, my name is Sorin. While there are others who possess the echo, none are near as strong as you have the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. No pressure. Hello there. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine order royals, fallen corpses rive. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of night. And we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Hello to you two. Hello, my name is Sorin. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of aether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for aether only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. Hello, Miss Shashtola. Our organization, the Scions of the 7th Dawn, was formed through the union of 2 separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals to share your rare gift, was known as the Path to 12. The terrible events that ushered in the 7th Umbral Era taught us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. If you don't mind, I'm going to have a sit down and think about this. I think I agree with Lady Minfilia that having a power like this, a gift, it's there to be gifts like this exist to be used. But fighting primals, dawns. What's that one? Chair. Sit. Oh, these are not real chairs, apparently. Hello there. I had a dream unlike any other. I was myself, but then I became something more. And when I spoke of it to others, that directed me here. Did you have one too? That receptionist is something else. Did you perchance notice how small she's written the names in her rule? I couldn't make out a single one, no matter how hard I tried. Sorry, just trying to make idle conversation. This whole affair has me all worked up. I thought for sure that it was some sort of scam, that they were all rounding up hapless adventurers from nefarious ends. But now that I've seen the facilities for myself, I must confess it looks legitimate. Hello? The antecedent made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Said that if I joined, I'd get to fight against the Primals and the Imperials both to my heart's content. I know I could get the same by enlisting in one of them grand companies, but I've never been partial to saluting, if you know what I mean. Fighting Primals and Imperials. That wasn't something they mentioned. But I'll have to think about it. And by that, I mean I'm ending the stream here, because it is 10 minutes past my normal when I was planning to end it. But, thank you for watching. We're continuing to make progress, meeting the Scions, clearing the other two starting dungeons, which I believe means probably not get it finished in one stream. I can't remember how long it takes to go through it, but I believe we're starting the whole Ifrit quests next stream. So I believe they don't decide, if I remember correctly, the Scions don't waste time getting you to into primal business. But yeah, tomorrow's stream will be Subnautica again. Then Wednesday we'll back to Sorin's journey. Thursday probably I think Subnautica again because I think I've got a few weeks where I won't have D&D sessions taking up my Thursdays, so I can get another streaming day. And then, yeah, Friday will again be back to Sorin's journey. But thank you for watching and coming around and chatting, and I hope I will see you again.